All right, my friends, welcome back to the RPG Backlog. We are here talking more about Final Fantasy IV. I'm here with Tom and Travis. My name is Larry, the professor, and we are going to not get on tangents. We're going to focus on this fucking game. We played through Baron. We returned to Baron, the old waterway dungeon, and then we had some optional sections with the airship that we could float through the air and get to places. And then we went to Troya and the Magnetic Cave. And there were some very specific instructions about what we needed to do there. And then into the Tower of Zot. So, what do you guys think overall about this section?
Trying to remember it now. No. I mean, it's good. I'm still enjoying the game. The story is pretty solid. Not surprised by much, but again, I think we've had this conversation last time where they're following the normal tropes, but were they really tropes at this point in time when this game was created? But
right.
It's still I'm enjoying it. I can nitpick, and that's literally my only complaints is I can nitpick on things.
That was my maybe like initial nitpick about this, is because you started the game, or at least I picked mine up still outside of Mount Ordeals.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, oh, I got to get back to Baron. So, because I just remember that section from when we talked about it last week. But it's like, how do I get off this damn continent? Like, I can't.
That's exactly where I was stuck.
Yeah. And so I just ran out of stuff to do. And so I was like, well, that guy like sent me on this mission. Let me go see what's going on there. And so you go back, and then obviously that's what you're supposed to do. And you talk to the guy, and it's like, okay, we got to get back to Baron. And then he's like, I'm going to open, what do they call it? The waterway? It has a funny name.
It's the old waterway.
The old water? No, it's like the devil's something. What?
Yeah, it's like Devil's Pathway or some shit like that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And I was like, Devil's Pathway. This is going to be, I'm going to have to fight some stuff. This is going to be quick. No, it's just like a warp point, and it's like boop, you're in. It's like, why that? I actually found that kind of confusing. Like, why? Maybe it's sort of like the lore building of it or whatever. But like, they went to the trouble to give it this like kind of metal name, and it's just a teleport.
Yep. Maybe they thought it was the Devil's Pathway because it took you to hell. But when people were first using it, they didn't know what the hell happened. You just disappeared.
Yeah, I suppose. But
I don't know.
Headcanon. Yeah, this is where headcanon started.
But then you're just back in Baron, and then you're there. But that was a little bit like, whoa, okay, this is sort of.
I ran around for like a good 15 minutes. I'm like, okay, I gotta walk back to Baron because I put it down like you did, like we all did, and I picked it back up like 5-6 days later. I'm like, I walked around forever till I realized go back and then fucking find whatever the next thing is.
So wait, I'm literally the only person that just went straight back to the town.
Yep.
Okay.
You knew the assignment, and we did not. So
we failed.
Oh well, whatever. I mean, I wasn't the one grinding this time. Haha.
Yeah, no, it was us. Yeah, which is I feel like I need to now because I'm used to being over leveled, having 2x.
Yeah.
It's not happening in this game. I got beat a few times.
I haven't. Well, okay. I did get beat once, and that was in the optional area. Fuck that.
Yep. Me too.
Beyond that, I haven't. As we were discussing earlier this week, it's not been easy, but it has not been like me sitting on the edge of my seat, being like, "Oh my god, I don't know if I'm going to pull this off." Like every fight's been a challenge, but it's been this nice balance, which I can't say about any of the previous games. And I know you guys are going to be like, oh, you sit there and spend all the time grinding, but I'm not playing this game any differently than the other ones. And I'm still sitting there going, okay, if I'm being kind of challenged, I'm wondering if you guys are getting wrecked on occasion or if I've just really backed off.
I'm having to balance using spells and potions a lot more than the last three, which is great because that's what I should be doing in this game and being more thoughtful about what spells I use. There are some spells, I think it was like the Dark Dragon, which is besides those Mad Ogres in the optional area, this is the only place that I died was the Dark Dragon. But it's like the guide says use Holy and Wind with Tella. Tella doesn't have those spells.
He has Tornado.
he has tornado. Exactly. That's all that I had.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay. So maybe it's not wrong then.
Wait,
So I equipped Sid with a fucking bow and some holy arrows.
Oh, there you go.
So I had to go in and look at what I had and really think it through, which I really appreciated because, you know, I've been over leveling in the last 3, so I'm kind of steamrolling things, not having to think too much about it. But this one I really have had to, and I've actually quite enjoyed that.
I would echo that sentiment that I've had to think about this a lot more too, particularly when your party gets bigger. That like usually what I would do is like find, you know, your physical attack, like is it Yang and Cecil?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you just use their main attack. And then the mages, it's like, well, let me queue up like one of your like medium damage, you know, whatever you've got Fire, Fira, and Firaga, the middle one, the one. And then I would just like mash the like autoplay, like, yeah, just like knock it out. I don't need to worry about this kind of thing. But that has not been my experience. I just like the active time thing is really stressing me out in, I guess, a good way, because like I want to be thinking about, like, really conscious about all the stuff that I'm picking, but like I'm getting my ass kicked while I'm thinking about it in the menus, and so it's like, fuck, just like pick something and go, you know. And that's been really unique compared to the other games where you can just sit around and take as much time as you want. It's we talked about this a little bit last week, but it's made me much more actively engaged in the battles, and I think that's a good thing. I do think though that like there's so much churn in your party, and I guess we'll talk about that more later, but like I probably should spend more time, but I don't, figuring out what all like the extra things do. Like I think whoever the boy twin is, he had like the white mage twin. She has something called Cry, and it I don't know. It spooks the enemy in some way that there's something that always comes up on the screen, like they're flustered, and it's like, well, I guess that's good. It can only help me. I don't actually know what it does, but then the black mage twin has something called Bluff. I have no clue what that does, and I've never felt like I had enough latitude in a battle to like test it out.
That's right, exactly.
And there's a lot of stuff like that's like, I don't know what any of this does, but I'm just pushing buttons now.
I'm scarred from Edward's heal and chewing through all my potions that I'm just like, you know what? I don't want to know what that does.
What is the damn monkey's paw that's going to curl if I hit this button 50 times?
100%. So I'm like, you know what? Not touching this shit. Yeah, I'm going to keep moving on my merit. I know what magic does. I know what physical attack does. I know what kick does. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
And yeah, Yang stuff is reasonably.
Yang stuff is great. I like Yang stuff. Can I tell you what Cry does in Final Fantasy IV?
Please.
It increases the chances of successfully stealing items from enemies. But this is useless. This is useless in versions prior to the GBA release, because Porum and a character named Edge, which I don't think we've seen yet, are never in the party at the same time. I assume Edge can steal.
That's hilarious, and I feel really stupid because that was like my go-to when nobody needed healing. I was like, she can just do this. I'm sure it's helping.
Apparently, it doesn't do a fucking thing. In the 3D version, which you shared in the Discord last week and confused the shit out of Travis.
Can confirm.
Cry halves enemies' defense and magic defense.
Well, that sounds useful.
That would be useful, but yeah, here it just helps you steal, which we can't actually do. And as we'll find out later, I don't think we're going to see Porum ever again.
I don't. I'm actually interested in that. So we should talk about that. Well, there's like do you go back to Baron, and then do you go back there again? You do at the very, very end. So maybe I'll save that for the very, very end. But maybe, we should, that's kind of the climax of the Return to Baron, right? Is you roll in there and we're looking for Rosa at this point, right?
Were we?
No. We're looking for the airship. That's why we're in there.
Yeah, we go back. You look for the airship. Yeah. You find out that the king is not the king.
Yes.
Right.
Initially.
It's like, I fooled you, you idiots. I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
That was
and
pretty.
then-
I thought that was pretty funny, though. This reminded me, I think, of you, Travis, who is always very suspicious when people join the party to help you out.
Yep.
This is Bagan, whatever.
Yeah, Bacon.
And he shows up and he's like, "Hey, like you're here, thank goodness." And you're like, "Oh, Bagan, you're still loyal. Thank you. Like, let's go do stuff." And the screen again. This is another instance. This game has done this many times now, where they play with kind of the what you would think are just kind of like boilerplate mechanic stuff, but they kind of use it to an interesting effect. The little message pops up that says, "Bagan has joined your party," right? And I'm sitting here being like, well, that's not possible. I already have 5 people. There's no space for him in the menu. What gives? And then sure enough, the twins call him out later on and they're like, hey, you're terrible at acting. Like, we know you're a bad guy, blah, blah, blah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Dude, the trust level in this game is not as bad as it has been in the previous ones. I will say that. But the other thing that I have on here is... along this line was Golbez is really confident in the level of his brainwashing. Like, holy crap, man!
Yeah,
Like, he just seems like, oh yeah, I've done it once. You're good. You're always going to do exactly what I say, because this is where you go back, and Yang doesn't remember who you are.
Yeah.
And the fool has the key to the entire shit.
Oh my god, that
and
was
I'm just like, wait,
stupidly convenient.
So confident in your level of brainwashing this dude who's been literally fighting against you. I'm assuming you've known this or have some level of knowledge. And you're like, yeah, I brainwashed you, but I'm going to give you the one thing that can get anyone into my castle. Okay, dude.
That was so weird when that happened. I was like, oh, and I have this key here. What
In
does
my
this
pocket.
do? Oh, it's the MacGuffin that does everything we need it to do. Wow, convenient.
Yeah.
So that's the only part of the story so far. I'm like, come on.
Yeah, when you threw that comment up there, I was like, hey, okay, so I wasn't the only one. Because I just assume I'm being a pessimistic a-hole whenever these things come up.
I assume that too.
See?
For the viewers at home,
Listeners, you mean?
Let's keep track. The party split up happened when we were on the boat and we got accosted by Leviathan, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Yang somehow washes up in Baron and then randomly turns tail and is working for the enemy now, or we think he gets brainwashed by Golbez, who I keep wanting to call Goebbels, and I'm not going to be able to undo that in my brain now.
You can just call him Gobbler. That's what I do.
So Rosa ends up with
Kane
and Golbez, and then we haven't heard from, I don't even remember her name. Is it Rydia?
Rydia.
Yeah.
I think it's Rydia. I think it's pronounced Rydia.
Yeah.
And we don't know where she is, which is kind of funny to me because, like, remember you're like, oh, you have summons. Like, oh, summons are like a thing in this game. Well, not for most of it. Like, I feel like she was there and you kind of play with it a little bit and then she was gone and hasn't been back in a long time and nobody else can summon anything. It feels a little bit and that was one of my notes from this, which maybe I'll save that for later in this, but
I will echo. I think what you're getting at is one of my points of frustration. Maybe this is what you're getting at too. Is the party in other games? Do we get some people coming in and out of our party? 100%. But there's at least a core 2 or 3 that just don't change.
Yeah.
This one, the only person who hasn't changed out is Cecil. Everyone else has joined and disappeared and rejoined and disappeared. It's just like, oh my God, can we... Like, it's kind of hard. Maybe this is just me. It's getting really hard to give a crap about half of these characters because I only see them for an hour or two and then they disappear. And then
that's exactly what I was getting around to. What we're I think dancing around here is that at the climax of this, right, the twins sacrifice themselves and turn themselves into stone, and so now you're down 2 party members. And then, but you pick up who do you pick up at that point? You pick up Sid at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's getting to be
Mega Man.
What?
Discolored Mega Man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, hey, that's what you look at his avatar though looks like friggin' Dr. Robotnik.
Holy shit.
From the front, from the back, it looks like Mega Man.
No, he's talking about in the party when you go into the menu.
Oh, in the fucking menu. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Oh my god.
But yeah, it's and I don't know how I feel about that because in the pro column on this, it makes the game feel. It's like there's always something happening, right? You're never in just like this is like a quote unquote like normal part of the game there where you just like run around and do stuff with the normal party kind of thing. And then there's like special sections where you have different people or it gets changed up. You're perpetually in a state of people cycling in and out of the party. And I do think that serves the story. Right, it feels like the moment to moment gameplay mechanics of who's in your party and who do you have access to when you're fighting the random encounters and stuff. The fact that that's so tightly coupled to the story, I think, is interesting and good and cool. But this is what I was complaining about last week. Is it's like, well, yeah, you don't do like a lot of like refits on armor and like kitting them out and stuff like that because they're gone by the time you would need to upgrade them, sort of thing. So that's the downside of it. Is I'm with you there too. It's like these people just sort of come and go, and I'm just mashing the buttons and not knowing what their special abilities do because you don't quite have the time to build that rapport, I guess.
Right. And even Cecil, he's constant in your party, but he also changes halfway through the game where he has different abilities. So, yep. Nothing's constant.
Do you guys use one of his special things is called cover, and I assume that's where that's where he throws himself in front of other attacks to like protect the party.
He's done that for me randomly without me even using it.
For me, it's been random too. Yeah.
Yeah. So now I'm confused of like, well, what happens? When does he decide to do it? Is it like a total random chance thing, which is could be shitty depending on the situation. Maybe he only does it if he has high HP or something.
Right. You're like, please, I hope to God it doesn't hit Cecil this turn. Oh, fuck, he jumped in the way. God damn it, he's dead.
Right. But I guess you can voluntarily do it too. Or I did notice he seemed to be doing it for characters that were low on hit points. Mm-hmm. And so maybe there's some condition where if the game knows it won't KO him, there's a random chance of that happening or something.
I've seen him do it when he was damn close to dead, and I was like, "Oh God!" But it didn't kill him. I was like, "Oh, thank you."
Yeah.
But yeah, only available. Cecil goes. Okay. So Cecil covers automatically when a party member in battle takes a knee is in critical condition.
That's kind of neat.
However, the command turns into off when a member is selected. So basically, if you use the ability, you can command him to cover a specific team member. At which point, that means if you do that, he will not automatically protect someone who's in critical. But if you don't use it and someone goes to the critical condition, he will cover them.
Okay.
That's actually kind of a cool mechanic because it's now using your probably tankiest player to basically save you a turn from having to use a life or a Phoenix down or something like that to bring them back. That's clever. I like that. And again, sort of fits with his class as paladin, holy warrior kind of thing.
How did you all do with that boss battle against Bagan or whatever, where he has reflect? Did that bother you at all?
Was he the one with the arms?
Yeah, the two arms and then the torso.
I killed the arms a couple times and saw them regenerate, and it was getting kind of stupid, and spells were bouncing off of me. It's like, okay, everyone just attack the middle. I don't care what the arms are doing. Everyone only use physical attacks on the middle, and then the magic guys can heal, sort of thing. Fun fact, did you guys kill the arms and then the middle, or the middle and then the arms?
I killed the arms and then the middle.
So if you kill the middle and either of the arms are left, at least I had one arm left, it self-destructs and it killed like half the party.
Oh shit. Okay.
I mean, was focusing on the middle, but I was using. I think you have Yang at that point still, right?
Yeah. Oh, his
So
kick was doing area.
I was using his kick to do because it does AOE.
Yeah, sure.
And that was doing enough damage. Like he killed the arms a couple times on his own.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, Yang is like. Well, hang on. I want to talk about Yang more when we get to the Magnet Cave. He was really pulling his weight in the Magnet Cave.
Well, I love his power up move. You just like have him pause for a turn, and then next turn just like double damage. Pretty good.
Is that focus?
yeah.
Is that what it's called? Yeah.
I think so. And also one more point on Bagan, I guess, before we move on, is this is continuing in what I find to be a hilarious tradition of all Final Fantasies to this point, or at least 1 through 4, where a sprite on the screen, like outside of the battle, looks just like a normal ass soldier dude. And then you get into the battle, and they are this like crazy eldritch horror of a monster. And I don't know if the fantasy of it is that they turn into the monster. Were they the monster the whole time? Is it a metaphor? Make it make sense.
I'm trying to remember this.
I don't know if I can make it make sense. There's parts of this that it's very clear when they talked about how a good majority of the script was cut so they could fit it onto the cartridge. We can kind of see where the things were cut, things that just don't make sense.
But like this happened in all the old games too, and I guess it's part of it is it's like it's hard to convey like a complex, like weird creature with 7 arms and tentacles and crap like that. It's hard to do that in like a 10 by 10 sprite or whatever those things
sure.
are.
Exactly. Yep.
I'm sure it's just a limitation, and then when you get into the battle they could do something cooler, and it would be lame if you were just always fighting like random dude number 7 kind of thing. But it does take me out of it a little bit. It's like, oh, Bagan, my friend who's a traitor, is also this nasty monster.
Did you guys have any problem with the night mobs, the ones that look like knights?
Not that I can recall.
Because those buttholes were casting status effects on me like it was going out of style.
When are we fighting knights in Baron?
Yeah, multiple times. Like they would shrink my characters. They would confuse them.
No, I never experienced any of that.
Holy crap! Did I get?
Was this in the optional section, man?
No, this was in the because I went in. So the optional section. If you want to talk that shit, I walked into the Edlin Castle, got in the first fight, got wrecked so fast it wasn't even funny because those things were doing 300 hit points worth of damage every time they freaking attacked.
The mad ogres, right?
It wasn't even the ogres. It was just all of them. Like everything was just wrecking me. I was like, okay, guess what? I'm out of here. Now I'm going to go look for the bestiary where I can try and find, because I know if I go in here, I'm going to see the little buttholes.
Because I was rolling through that castle. I'm like, why was Travis having so much trouble here? And I got to the very end and I opened up a fucking treasure chest, and then monsters appeared, and those mad ogres, and they beat my ass.
Yeah,
and I was like,
yeah, it was a treasure chest. So, like, I opened one chest and just got ravaged. Like, there was nothing else going on in there.
Oh, it was, I only had one treasure chest trigger monsters for me.
I guess I just got unlucky because it was the very first fucking treasure chest.
Oh, that's interesting.
I touched, and they just.
I was like, what's happening here?
They beat me like it was their job, man.
They wiped me. It was probably 10 seconds, and I was done. Like, what the hell?
It took a little longer than that, but it was not okay.
I appreciated you guys dropping that in the chat because you saved me a trip to wherever the hell that was. I saw that and I was like,
southwest
I'm good.
Island or whatever. But the rest, I didn't do any of the other stuff because I wanted to make sure I got through the rest. And I've had a lot of work for grad school.
Things like, this item or this enemy for your bestiary, which is not how I think most of us are playing this game. So,
no, I do not care about that shit.
While I know this isn't part of it, this just actually made, those like leopard looking things that you can find,
the corals or whatever, the curls
that have like they have little tentacles coming out of their face.
Yep.
Guess what they actually are called?
Well,
Wait
in
a
this
minute.
game, they're called Kate Sith.
Kate Sith.
Yes, I just found that out. I was like, oh
Yeah.
my god.
That was the first thing I saw. I was like, hey, it's a cat, and it's called Kate Sith. And it's like,
Yeah,
oh.
I thought that was so crazy. It was like, what? Kate Sith? What the fuck?
And now I got to look up
Because they call them corals now, Coerl or something like that.
Okay, it was no, not the Black Knights. It looks similar to the Black Knights. Maybe it was the Black Knights.
I did not meet them.
Number 63, Black Knights. These guys were just buttholes in the Tower of Zot. Okay, so we're not quite there in the conversation, but these things, screw these guys, man. They had so many status effects and other crap that they were throwing at me that I was just like, I hate you guys with the fire of 1,000 suns right now.
Oh, Kate Sith was in he was in the Game Boy Advance version of the Final Fantasy II. But that came later. So I think this would have been his canonical debut, would have been as an enemy in 4. Yeah, he's a leopard with weird whiskers on his face. So
Yep.
he has a crazy attack that's like a laser beam or something.
I don't know if I ever saw a laser beam.
I don't think I saw that.
That
It
whipped his ass
uses
so fast.
blaster to paralyze or instantly kill a party member.
Oh shit!
I got zapped by that a couple times.
I did not, but I just those Black Knight things. Screw those guys. They were
Those guys, yeah. At that point, though, so it's real talk. It's confession time here. I was worried I wasn't going to have enough time, and so I did for about an hour click on the 4x boost up from 2,
nice. Mm-hmm.
And it was like, whoa! I had to turn it back down because it was like, okay, I'm wiping the floor with my just like base physical attacks and not having to think about magic. And it's like, this is not how I want to play this. So I turned it back down. But that was right around when I was running into those night things. And that's probably why none of them lived long enough to inflict status effects on my OP party at that moment.
Yeah, it was not fun. Anyways.
Where are we? We are... Okay.
Well,
I don't remember anything about Cagnazzo, who you
There's
fight.
a turtle. He kind of retreated into a shell and started healing back up, and you started beating his ass.
Water-based stuff. Yeah.
But the thing that was important about this battle, unless we want to talk about it, is what happens afterwards. If I remember correctly, the sequence, the walls start closing in on you. Is that where this happens?
Your trash compactor scene.
Yeah, exactly. I think of a trash compactor as well. And then at the I don't get how this works, but the twins put their hands on the wall and turn themselves into stone, and then the walls stop, and then you escape. But if you could escape, then couldn't you escape?
Sad. I was affected. Like you could kind of start to see what they were going to do from the way the dialogue was
exactly.
going.
And here you go. This is our time to sacrifice ourselves.
Yeah, and that happens in these games. But I was sad. I was equal parts sad from like a character story standpoint, and then also that frickin' Tella was the only caster character I had left. Because I don't know about you guys. I don't like him. I didn't enjoy playing him. I didn't get a lot out of it because he has a bunch of good spells, but like at least in my game, he's very minimal MP.
That's by design.
Why is that?
Because he's OP.
So I noticed that he has 8 or 90 MP. It never changes.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the hell is going on? And it is because he has the Faragas and the Blizzagas and all those things that they take 30 magic points, and they're purposely doing it so that you just don't slam those down everyone's throat. Because it's those Agas are an I win button at this moment. Like every time I went into battle, the second one I used one of those, it was like, okay, battle's over, walk out.
Yeah. I mean, they do like 1,1600 damage kind of thing. My guys were.
And I was reading about it. It's because he has Meteor, which I guess Meteor is supposedly the most powerful spell in the game, and they literally didn't want you just chain casting that. But the flip side of it is I just discovered this in like the last
99 to cast, doesn't it?
It's the most expensive spell, if I remember correctly.
And that's why they don't. Yeah, but because he has it, they don't want you casting it, so that's why he doesn't have enough MP to do it.
That's where that comes from.
But he does cast it at a story moment, which we got to later.
Yeah,
and then he dies.
right, because he basically used his life force to get to the extra amount of MP to do it.
Right.
But what I did discover in the last 30 minutes before he did that is if you go into the black magic, he has this other spell called Osmosis, which costs 0 MP, and he sucks MP back out.
It's
because
awesome.
I was really hating this butthole because he sucked for healing. And I was like, dude, he's out of MP and he's worthless. I need to go rest. And again, the answer was there the whole damn time.
Yep.
I just didn't find it until I was like, "Oh, you killed yourself, fool." Well, whatever.
You weren't missing out on too much though, because I was spamming that. I think I found that out like sooner. A lot of enemies only give you 1 MP, and it seems
That's odd because the few times I casted it, he ripped like 42 out of them.
Yeah. I saw a couple 40s on like the hedgehog characters. I don't remember what they were called.
Oh yeah.
My guess is that certain characters have MP to give, and certain others don't.
Right. If you don't have MP, you can't take it from him. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But that wasn't immediately apparent to me in doing this stuff, and so. But I thought that was a neat mechanic, and that makes sense why they would limit his MP so that he can't cast the super spell. I would have rather them not put the spell in inventory and just let his MP do its normal thing, right?
But that'd be weird later if he like did this magic spell. You're like, but I couldn't use that spell. I don't know. I feel like it's a good way to like moderate. Like we're giving you a super OP character, and then you not be able to really like wreck the game with it.
And maybe that's what it was though. Is that was true when we got him? An hour and a half into the game. It definitely wasn't true by this point. Like the twins both had like double his MP and a comparable set of spells, and so
that's a good point.
They were great.
Like these little kids are stronger mages than you are.
Yeah, and this guy who they revere as like Master Mage is like, you suck, man. Like I can't even use the best curative magic that you have because you'll exhaust your supply too quickly.
Yeah.
But
I always found it weird when it was like, at this point, he is your only healer. It's like, sweet, his heals don't do as much as what Palom's did. Hers did way more healing at the same. And I'm like, sweet, you can't heal as well, and you have less MP. What good are you?
He's just there to be mad at Edward.
Yeah.
But like even once the twins are gone, Cecil's curative magic is better than Tella's. Still, I just that got to the point that it was like I was sad when he died, but it was also like okay, we can. I know that Rosa's a better white mage than you will ever be. So see ya.
So next section was the optional section, and Tom, I think maybe said he did none. I did the castle. Travis, did you do any more?
I did everything except for, I tried the castle, and like I said, the very first freaking thing I did decided to make me its bitch. I mean, there wasn't really much else to it. Like, there isn't. Okay, you go to Mithril, sweet. You get some gear, awesome, yay. The Agard thing, singular hidden in Agard, plus new enemies, blah blah blah. Again, nothing. I remember going there and be like, okay, whatever. Don't really care. Wasn't anything that great, grand, or glorious. Chocobo Forest, sweet, yay. You found another forest that has a bunch that's shaped like a chocobo and has some additional chocobos in it. And you get some more Gistral greens. Yay. Like none of it was
okay, so nothing to I didn't miss much.
I perused that after I didn't do it, and I was like, oh, I missed out on the Gashel greens, which summon the fat chocobo, which serves no point in this game.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you didn't do anything else, if you didn't do any of it, you didn't miss anything. Like I said, Eblin Castle, the very first chest I opened, I got ravaged. So that I was like, okay, screw this place. But you didn't actually, I don't know if you find anything else there, but the whole time I was walking around, I never ran into anything. I was like, why what's the big deal? And then literally it's like, hey, ogre and 2 other things that just decided, yeah. So you didn't miss anything. Let's just leave it at that.
Perfect.
Onward.
Yep.
Yeah.
Next was Troya and the Magnetic Cave, and the guide is hilarious. It's just like in bold, screaming at you, fucking talk to Edward. And I wonder what happens if you don't. Could you beat the dragon if you don't talk to Edward?
No, I'm sure you just die, and is it just like game over?
Right. You like die repeatedly till you figure out I gotta go fucking talk to someone.
It's pretty severe, the ass kicking that Dark Elf gives you, right?
Yes, right.
It's just chained Aga spells followed up with tornado.
Yep.
And then I was actually pretty impressed. He got off those 4 spells, the fire, thunder, and blizzard, and the tornado. And at the end of it, all my dudes were dead except for, oh gosh, who's got the claws? Can't remember his name right now.
Yang?
Yeah. And he had 12 hit points left. He got off 1 attack, and then he got killed, and that was the end of it. But I was like, all right, we survived the wave, though. I felt good about that.
Mine got wiped. I was like, oh, fuck, what the hell? But then it's a story moment where you're supposed to die, and then if you talk to Edward, he plays his harp and brings you all back to life and gets rid of the magnetic shit, and then you can equip your weapons.
Yeah, that felt really good, being able to, because I kind of thought, he's like, oh, the magnetic field is gone. And I was like, well, the only point, did you guys go in there with anything metal on?
I took it off before because the guide told me to,
If you don't, because I did that for most of the characters, but I missed a piece on Cecil, and they're paralyzed in battle perpetually. Oh. They do nothing. They can't contribute. And so
that's a cool mechanic. I think back in the day that would have been really cool. Or if I didn't have the guide, it'd been really cool to experience that and be like, what the fuck? But it kind of tells you, right? There's someone that tells you, like, take off your metal shit before you go inside.
And I thought I had done that, so I was like, what the hell's wrong with him? I don't remember getting paralyzed. I kept trying to cast Isuna on him, and it didn't do anything. And I was like, what's wrong with this guy? So then I checked the inventory, and he had
gloves.
His knight's armor was on there. I forgot to put the hat on, but I forgot to take off the outfit. So that was kind of it. So that was really satisfying to just be able to you had that moment where it's like, well, if the field is down, I know that was stopping me from being able to fight with my good stuff on. But if that's what's gone, I must be able to re-equip. And then you do that and you just go in he was pretty easy to kill after that, I thought.
Yeah. I was gonna say I didn't have much trouble here.
Did you enjoy the very progressive politics of Troya, which is a land governed by women?
Is this the one with the 8 clerics?
Yes.
Yeah. Mm.
And they and it's like, oh, that's kind of neat. Like they're in this society, like for whatever reason, the women are in charge of everything, and that's great and that's wonderful. Did you talk to the people in Edward's room?
Yes.
No.
They kind of beat you over the head with it, where you go up and you talk to the sort of male-coded character, and he's like, oh, whoa, we're taking care of him, but I'm just the nurse. She's the doctor. And it's like, oh, okay, we get it.
Yeah, there's one dialogue that I showed my wife, and I was like, look, it's forward-thinking Final Fantasy in 1991. Woke Final Fantasy. It was
a nice touch, just in that, the politics being, progressive of it or whatever, that's fine and good. But more than anything, I guess appreciated that they were trying to give these individual towns some personality. It's really hard to differentiate these places where it's like, yeah, it's got the same 6 buildings and the same shops and the inn, and there's a sameness to all of it. But is it Missandia or whatever, with all the mages that turn you into weird shit? That left an impression. Yep. This one where you had this kind of gender role inversion thing, that was kind of cool. I couldn't find I couldn't find the. Oh, wait a minute though. Was this the place with the bar?
With the strip club? Yes.
Yeah, I was pissed about that because that pass cost 10 grand.
Yeah, $10,000 or whatever gil to go down into the basement to
Watch
get
this
danced on.
cutscene. Yeah. And then I thought there should be something there,
Right.
like hell, a high potion, and then I could have been content with that. But the fact that there's nothing down there besides this weird little.
But
I didn't know what we were supposed to take from that. And then
imagine how that would have hit in 1991 when there's no Pornhub. That would have been amazing.
The internet didn't exist, dude. Like I said, a strip club on demand.
On demand.
Could you record it on your VCR and watch
There you go. Exactly. Yep.
I keep telling you the dancers are actually strippers, and this just proves it.
They're not naked though. Strippers. I don't know if you know this, Travis, but strippers get all the way naked.
The equivalent. But then the upstairs of that same bar has like all these like rich people, and they're referred to as like high rollers. And it's a bunch of weird dialogue, like, oh, like bring me my fur coat, and it's like I'll buy you anything.
I don't remember that.
What was weird about it is it felt like they put a lot of effort into it, and that's fine, like, world building and whatnot. But like, there was no point to any of it. Like you don't meet anyone there. Maybe you come back. I don't know. There's part of me that's kind of hoping, but I don't know.
Weren't the titties the point though?
No, the real friends were the strippers.
The titties we made along the way. Yeah.
The internet's for porn, dude.
Yeah. I just in the pixels. I don't know how much that's conveyed, but
well, wait till the 3D version. You should go find the picture of that from the 3D version.
Yeah. I think that's what that picture is from.
Oh God, okay.
I think that's where he is.
I thought it was outside of it. I thought that was the person that.
Oh, is it the door?
That ticket taker or whatever. Yeah.
But that was kind of a weird detour that I spent a lot of time in and kind of expected it to go somewhere, and it went nowhere. So, interesting.
Peak Final Fantasy. You waste a lot of time for nothing.
Well, but this is what's interesting though, is that in this case, right, in the castle, talking to everyone, opening every door. Right, Edward's actually kind of hard to find. Like
very hard to find. Like, where is this motherfucker?
Yeah. And so you are definitely rewarded for looking under every stone and nook and cranny. Did you guys go to the treasury and where the lady asked if you have permission to be there?
Yes.
After I got the stuff, and it's just you get a ton of shit.
I went before and after.
Okay, I did too. Did you lie to her, or did you tell the truth? I did not.
I told her the truth, and she said, I appreciate your honesty.
Yes, and I liked that. I really am curious. I was kind of sad that I hoped one of us would have been a jerk about it and lied to her. I think that you just can't get in, though, is what happens.
I think that's right, yeah.
But then you go in there, and there was some decent stuff in there. It's kind of like so many treasure chests is kind of arduous to open at a certain point, but yeah, there was like some good hidden stuff there. And so looking everywhere and checking everything, you're rewarded. Again, there's a point to it. And in the town, it was not that. And so that's why I kept waiting for there to be something in that bar, and there was nothing. So kind of weird.
Okay.
Then you get the Earth Crystal. That's cool. I hadn't heard the theme song in a while. You hear it in the Crystal Chamber. I thought that was a nice touch.
Well, I love this part where it's like, we need this crystal back. You get the crystal back. The cleric's like, you can borrow it. It's fine.
A promise is a promise. We said you could use it.
Yeah. Okay. You need to get your friend Rosa back. Okay.
You guys know I'm about to go give this away to
the exactly. Right.
World. And they're like, I'm sure it'll be fine. Are we zodding? Is it zot?
We are zodding. It is time to zot.
Oh god.
Gird your zots.
Where? So is it? I was under the impression that he was on an airship. This is like a base of his somewhere.
So Kane was on the airship. Golbez wasn't. They never showed Golbez on it.
Well, like, where is this place?
Yeah, do they show you docking at a tower? I can't remember that right now.
None of that.
but the tower. So Tom wouldn't know this because he didn't do it, but Larry, you should have noticed that giant tower when we went to
did,
Evelyn Castle.
Yeah.
That's Gobbler's Tower. That's where we went.
Oh, that's the tower. Okay,
yeah.
got it. Okay, because I saw it when I was cruising around, but then it didn't take us there on the outside.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, is this the same place?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Gobbler's Tower.
Okay.
Stop calling it that with such.
Dude, I'm sorry. Man.
With such gusto. It's mildly erotic. Will you please stop?
I'm not gonna stop until I have both of you calling him Gobbler too.
I liked the aesthetics of the inside. It had this weird like the mechanical levels in the like Sonic 2 and Sonic 3. That's what it felt like to me.
Yeah, I can see that.
I thought it had like a very kind of sci-fi sort of fantasy not quite steampunk, but like mech punk kind of thing to it. Yeah. So like the unique sprite for the treasure chest, that was kind of interesting.
That was cool. That was really interesting. I was surprised by that.
Never seen that to this point.
Yeah. The first boss was cool. I thought the Mega Sisters, I guess they were in Final Fantasy a bunch more. I don't remember them from future games,
really?
I guess. Or no, I'm totally blanking on where they have appeared.
I was like, no. I mean, like, really, they're in this more because I don't.
No. They're in other Final Fantasy games.
No, yeah, I get that. They're in a bunch more. Like, they're heavily featured in other. I don't remember ever seeing them.
Oh, okay. So it's not just me. So I don't remember.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was like. That's what I was saying. Like, really, they're in more Final Fantasy games? Because shit, I don't remember it.
10, 2, 11, 14, and 16.
16?
Okay, so 6. Then maybe that's why I don't fucking remember.
Male versions is a 16. Male versions, known as the Mega Sisters, known as the Megath Brothers, appear in an A rank Notorious Mark. I don't know what any of these words mean.
Oh, got it. Okay, so I did not do that. That's basically a hunt, like a.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
their name is Sandwid, Mindwid, and Sindwid.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, that was cool. I thought the mechanics of that fight were really, really, really interesting. Where for me it was the middle one put reflect, and then the tall one and the short one throw things at her, and it bounces onto the party. Is there a reason?
Well, we have a cool thing to use.
Backfired as fuck on them because I don't know how or why I didn't do this.
They put reflect on you?
Yeah, somehow I got reflect put on me, and then like they cast the spell on her. It reflected off her onto my guys and reflected off my guys back onto them. I'm sitting there going, okay, I'm just going to beat you into the ground with like physical attacks, and had no problems with them whatsoever.
Something really interesting that I noticed was I used, I guess it would have been, I guess it's only Tella at that point, because I was like, because he's a magic only guy. And did the tall one and the short one have reflect, or could you magic attack them?
You could magic attack them. Only the middle one had the protection.
That's actually how I killed the short one. She was really, really susceptible to flame-based attacks, and she got Farragut a couple of times for like 1,500 apiece, and so that went quick. But something interesting I noticed was I accidentally cast Bio on the reflected sister, which is that's like the leech, the HP leech attack.
Yeah.
And so it reflected onto Tella, and so he lost 260 hit points, and then immediately gained them back. It doesn't reverse both things. It's just who takes the damage, which I thought was sort of curious.
Yeah, I didn't have much of a challenge with them, and then following that up with Gobbler wasn't much. Well, no, you don't actually fight him. It was the other person. Yeah. But I did find it interesting, and again, this just feeds into what Larry, my assumption that Gobbler could have actually killed Cecil and decided not to.
Why?
Yeah, the thing that he put in Discord that you don't want to read yet.
Oh, okay.
I think that's right. That makes a lot of sense.
So how's the story going to end if I'm right? Like, you know, there's going to have to be a showdown with Gobbler at some point.
Mm-hmm.
No, I am your father.
Yes, there you go. Mm-hmm. I think it's going to end in patricide. Patricide, that's how we end. It was cool having Kane back, though.
And were you happy, Travis? Were you happy about something with Kane?
What, the fact that he was brainwashed and came back?
Oh, no. Once he's in your party, did you notice?
He's in the back row?
He was higher level than me when he joined my party.
Oh, he wasn't a higher level than me. I was like, what are you talking about? Like, you were still a bitch compared to the rest of my party.
These podcasts are nothing if not consistent.
How high were you?
Do we want to go down this path?
Yes, we do. Absolutely do.
He was freaking level 37 when he joined my party, and my guys were at 35 and 36.
Oh, well, that's not too much higher.
No, but that's what the fact that he isn't 15 below where I was, I thought was pretty astounding.
He's the same level as me.
Okay, so
you guys are roughly the same level.
You said that he was a little bitch compared to your party.
Well, I mean, I've been playing a little bit after I got him, so I got him leveled up.
Okay. This is what happens when we start recording late at night. Oh my god! I
thought that was interesting. That was he 37 when he joined? I'm very curious.
I don't know.
All my characters are Sid's still kind of slacking here a little bit at like 36, but the rest of my characters are all 40. 40. Okay. All right. Fine. But the you got to give him some credit that he didn't show up as a 18 or something. Yeah. Okay. I'll take that. I wasn't paying attention because at that point in time, when I got him, I was like, all right, I got him. And then after I got done with it, I was like, okay, I'm just going to go start grinding because I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to grind to get this little butthole up to speed. And I never paid any attention to it. And then you called it out. I'm like, wait, what? Oh, he is the same level as most of my party. But yeah. I thought the last battle, what's this lady's name? Baricia? Other than the fact that her character art is awakening something in me, I thought that was an interesting battle where she can turn into the tornado. Oh, yeah, for sure. I was like, oh, this is, again, 9091 without Pornhub. Like, well, this is a great game. But then she gets shy. She covers up with the tornado and only what's his face? You get your dragoon back just in the nick of time. Yep. Because the Kane's jump is what breaks the tornado, right? Yep. Yeah. Oh, it breaks it. Yep. Yeah. I thought we were waiting it out. Okay. No, the second Kane's jump hits, it knocks her out of the tornado. But that was kind of a fun thing that you had to sort of time stuff right, and you had kind of like a cure phase while you were waiting for Kane to jump down, and then everybody can kind of pile on. Her attacks what were her attacks? I remember them being kind of interesting. Lightning. Yep. Yeah. And then who? Oh, I guess she came after. I can't remember his name now. Goebbels? Gobbler. Goebbels. Golbez, thank you. That was an interesting turn. I thought for sure this was going to be one of he starts with your spells are so weak. And it's like, oh man, Tella's just going to get schooled and it's going to be really sad. And then he's going to die for nothing kind of deal. But he seemed legitimately, surprised, astounded, damaged, hurt by the meteor spell, and that was again I thought kind of interesting. That subverted my expectations ever so slightly. Again, Gobbler didn't finish us off though. Yeah, for some reason. I'm telling you, I know. I'm so confident in my prediction, dude. It's not even funny at this point. You might be right. Or it might be his mom dressed like his dad. No. So yeah. Did you do any
Any post battle? Did you go back and get the chests out of Baron when you were done?
I don't think I did.
There's some. Did you go back there, Travis?
I'm trying. I think I did.
Did you find the secret chamber?
What's in the secret chamber?
You just want me to, I can just tell you. There's a chamber in the castle where you meet the ghost of the king.
Yeah.
Whoa, shit. No, I did not.
Yeah.
Oh.
And he has he's such a little tease from the afterlife. He says come back. What does he say? I took a picture of it, but it's like, I can help you, but you need to go get something, or you need to go do something. And then come back here. Hang on, I have it in my photo album.
Come find me in Sanctum or something like that.
Venture to the land of summons and return to me here. I may be able to help you then.
So go back to Mysidia?
The land of summons. Now that sounds like a pocket dimension to me, but we'll see.
Mysidia is the land of the summoners, so.
Yeah.
Huh, I wonder.
I don't know. I remember going down there, yeah. Because I tried to go there before I defeated the fake one. And you get repelled, and as you go towards the doorway outside of it, you hit it, and you spin away. You're like, oh, you can't pass here. Something's preventing you from going any further. I was like, okay.
Oh.
And then I went back and found the fake king, bitch slapped him, and went right back there. I was like, oh, sweet, I can go through it now.
Huh, interesting. Later in the walkthrough, in one of the optional sections, there is a place called the Land of Summons.
That's it. That's where we're going. What number is it? Is it next week?
14.
Oh, pay off.
12, 13. Yeah, 12, 13, 14.
All right, cool.
Wouldn't that be the section we do?
It's part of the. So, if we'll move to that now. So we finished 11 here, so we move on to 12. 12 is the Underworld Dwarven Castle Tower of Babel. With the magma key, we're going down, and then
screw this, man.
Then we go to a place called Eblin.
Yeah,
have you heard of it?
Take Havergast over to Eblin Castle. I am so oh god, why did you put an optional fucking part up above you butt plugs? Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna shut up now.
And then you meet someone in Edge, which I assume is a thief. And then
is he also the bassist from U2? Because I think that's what that guy's name is.
Right,
too.
The bassist from U2. He's the wrestler from WWE.
Yes.
And then there's the 14 is the airship that flies over lava. So optional section, visit some places. There's a cave, and then there's a cave of summons. Doesn't say anything about the ghost of the king though, but maybe that's not spoiling it or whatever. And then 15 is the sealed cavern that has a demon wall in it. So I don't know if you want to do just 3 sections or you want to do 4 this time.
I mean, let's go for 3, and then whoever finds out if the optional section's a bust like the previous one,
it looks really
then. Yeah, that's why I say 3, because this optional section has a lot of the Sylvan Cave has got a lot of crap going.
It does. It looks really, really big.
Although, granted, it looks like it's like B1 do this, B2 do this, B3 do this, B2 go this, B3 go do this, B1, B2.
Why is
leave the cave, re-enter it, B1, B2, B1, B2, B3, B2, B3. What the frick? I guess we're going to be doing a lot of up and down in this one.
I guess we'll find out why they bothered to put that much information, because normally they don't give you that much guidance.
Yeah, exactly. I guess because you can get lost easily. Jesus, we'll see.
All right, so 14 then.
13, 14, no, 12, 13, 14.
Yeah.
And then that means we'll have 15, 16, 17, 18. There are 4 more after that. So depending on how it goes, we can either add 15 to this one or leave it and do 4 next time.
Technically, we have a 3-day weekend. Do we do the extra one now?
I'm on a plane. I'm going to Seattle tomorrow, so I'm on a plane for 3 hours up and then 3 hours back. So I could easily get through 4. So
sure, let's say it, because there's only 2 bullet points there. Doesn't look like there's that much. It's some bosses. It does. It's really straightforward. and 14 is optional. So you can always, if you're crunched for time, you can always beg off of that.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay.
All right,
Yep.
so through 15.
Yep. So that means theoretically we have 2 more podcasts left to get through Final Fantasy IV. Who the fuck knows? But we'll try.
Yeah.
Well, if you like our podcast, please rate it on your podcast service of choice. If you really enjoyed this game back in 1991 in the way that we intimated in this episode, please leave a comment and let us know how it was, or don't. And we will see you next week.
Peace.